Hey there, Lacey here with the Sweet Pea Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make 5 different homemade chia jam recipes. You guys, we're going to make them without pectin, without refined sugar. It's going to be so tasty. You're not going to believe how easy it is to make homemade chia jam as a healthy jam alternative and with just 3 ingredients. So let's get started. So for all of these recipes today, you're just going to need 3 things. You're going to need your fresh fruit, some chia seeds, and if you want to sweeten it a little bit, either some raw honey or some pure maple syrup. It's just those 3 things. It's so simple. All right, so let's start off with some fresh strawberry chia jam. Add our diced strawberries to the saucepan, and we're going to start heating it over medium heat. Cook the strawberries until they completely start to get mushy and tender and break down and become liquidy. It's going to take about 5 to 8 minutes. Then, once everything is nice and liquidy and soft, you're gonna use either a potato masher or the back of your spoon or a spatula to break everything down even further. You want it to basically become strawberry mush at this point. If you like completely smooth jam, you could take this strawberry mixture right now and put it in the blender and get it completely pureed. The way we're doing it right now is gonna leave little pieces of fruit into the jam, which I personally love, but either way, this is the time to do it right now. Then we're gonna add in our chia seeds and then follow that with some of our raw honey. You can taste the strawberries at this point. You wanna see how sweet they are. If you have really sweet strawberries, you might not even need any additional sweetener. So definitely check it before you add anything, because the whole point today is taking out as much of that sweetener as possible to have a healthy homemade jam. If you wanna keep these jams vegan, replace the raw honey with some pure maple syrup. Works perfect. Now we're gonna let this set for about 5 to 10 minutes to start to gel a little bit. What happens is when you add chia seeds to liquid, they start to form a gel. So that's gonna basically be a replacement for our pectin. It's gonna get nice and thick and smooth and delicious. And then we can put it into some jars and place them in the fridge. This strawberry chia jam is the perfect use of fresh strawberries, and it is so easy. Next, we're gonna be making some fresh blackberry chia jam. So no need to cut any of these blackberries up, just put them right on into our pan after you've rinsed them off. And we're gonna cook these for about 5 to 10 minutes again, letting them break down and become mushy and liquidy. Then we're gonna break everything down a little bit more using a potato masher or your spoon. And what we're looking for is a nice, even, smooth mixture. Then you can remove all this from the heat and add in our chia seeds and any raw honey as needed. Then stir all of that up. Based on the liquid level of the fruit, you might need to add in a little bit more chia seeds. So if you notice that it's very soupy after you've added in our 1/4 cup of chia seeds, you might need to add a little bit more, just a teaspoon at a time, until it looks like the right consistency for you. Then once the jam is cooled, transfer it to a mason jar or an airtight glass container and place in the fridge. Once the jam is in the fridge, it will continue to thicken, so keep that in mind as you're stirring everything together in the pot, that it will thicken more for sure in the fridge. This blackberry chia jam is so delicious and so simple and has just the perfect amount of blackberries, which is a lot. If you love peach jam, you are gonna love this homemade peach chia jam that we're just about to make right now. So in our saucepan, we're gonna add in some diced peaches that I have peeled. I have removed the skin from these, but you do not have to. Either way is fine. Then we're gonna stir the peaches. We're gonna cook it for about 5 to 10 minutes until the peaches become very tender. And then we're going to use our potato masher and mash everything down, or you can blend it if you want to get it nice and smooth. Then remove it from the heat. And we're gonna add in our chia seeds and our raw honey as needed. Remember to taste the peaches before adding any honey to make sure that you need any, because sometimes peaches are very, very sweet, so you don't need to add any extra sweetener. So then we're gonna let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're gonna put it into our jars and then place that into the fridge to thicken further. This fresh peach chia jam has summer just written all over it. It's one of my absolute favorite jams, and it's just so delicious. Next, we're gonna be making a blueberry chia jam that is so pretty and so tasty. So add your fresh blueberries to the saucepan, and we're gonna cook that over medium heat until they start to break down. The blueberries are gonna break down pretty easily, and they become very, very liquidy once they break down. Then, using a potato masher or the back of your spoon, just go ahead and smash everything else that didn't already break down until it becomes a nice, smooth consistency. You'll also notice that the blueberries become a much darker color at this point too. Then we're gonna turn off the heat, add in our chia seeds and any raw honey as needed for any additional sweetness. We're gonna stir all of that together. Then we're gonna let that set for about 5 to 10 minutes, allow it to cool a little bit, and then we're gonna transfer it into the fridge using one of our mason jars or glass jars and allow that to thicken a little bit more. I love this blueberry chia jam because it's really mellow and has just a nice blueberry taste, and it's very smooth, very yummy. All right, so now I think you're getting the drift on how to make homemade chia jam. So let's make a raspberry chia jam with some fresh raspberries. So add our raspberries to our saucepan, and we're gonna heat that over a medium heat for just about 5 to 6 minutes. And because the raspberries break down very easily on their own, so you don't have to cook them as long as the other fruits. Then we're gonna mash the remaining pieces using our potato masher. There's not gonna be a whole lot to mash here. And we're gonna remove it from the heat and then add in our chia seeds and any honey. Because raspberries tend to be pretty tart anyway, you're probably gonna add in a little bit of honey for sure on this recipe. So make sure to taste it and then sweeten it as needed. Then let this set for about 5 to 10 minutes and then place it into your jars, place into the fridge and allow it to thicken and cool completely. And then you're gonna have delicious raspberry jam ready to grab from your fridge, and it just took you a few minutes to make. The difference in the sugar level from store-bought jams versus our homemade chia jams is just unreal. You don't need to add all of that sugar into jam, and this means we can all start enjoying jam again without all of that added processed sugar. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite flavor of jam? Did I cover it today? If not, let me know, because I wanna make all the jam ever, and I love jam and it's so easy, so let me know. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and if you love jam, and subscribe so you never miss our new weekly recipe videos. Thanks so much, I'll see you next time.